Hello, today I want to show you my new workflow for converting objects. Okay, let's dive and see what is this. Here I have a photo, it's a room, and also here I have a furniture. And without using any prompt, without using any text, I can convert this room to this design. Okay, so this time let's try and change the furniture type. Okay, for example, I have this furniture and this furniture in this room, and let's queue prompt. The process will start, and this is the reason that I liked Comfy UI, because easily you can design your own workflow, and it is trying to convert these furnitures to this style exactly in this room. And it's very important to pay attention to the process, because, for example, you can see it is trying to add some window, because in this reference already I have a window here, and it is trying to do that. And also you can see that smoothly the design of the furniture are changing, and it is trying to adopt the design to this style. And I think it could be something amazing. Here I have this is my second pass, and here I can again convert the design to another high resolution with some more detail. But actually the first pass is the most important part, because it can understand the input and it can understand the output. And also it is very important that it doesn't need any kind of prompting. This time let me show you a test, for example, on some car. Okay, for example, here I have this Jeep and this Mercedes. Okay, and this time I am trying to convert this Jeep to this Mercedes. Okay, okay, and also the final processing of that previous image is finished, and let's start the processing. I'm starting right now, and here after some second you can see the process. Okay, at first it is starting very blurry, and you can see that okay, the lights are came out and it is trying to convert this form to this form. You see that I didn't make any cleanup on this image. It is not on white background, it's a car in middle of the road, and also this one. But this method easily can figure out that, okay, what's the car, and for example, what is the lighting design, what is the hood design, what is the bumper design, and all other things for car, for furniture, for everything. And I believe it could be very useful in many different cases. And also here it is going to process the scaled up image. Because you can see maybe the first image is a little blurry and in low resolution, and okay, so this time we can get some better and some more high resolution image. And also you can see that it is trying to convert these cars. Okay, let's do another test. This time I have a red Ferrari and a black Bugatti. And this time I want to convert this Ferrari to this Bugatti, and again without writing any prompt. Again, you can see that it is starting. The form of the fender is going to be changed. The form of the lights are coming out. It is trying to push the hood to front. Still the processing is not finished. Okay, here you can see some line on the light, and I think the AI is trying to make those line strips. And okay, this is the result. So it tried to convert this Ferrari to this Bugatti. Let's cancel the process for high resolution and do some adjustment. For example, here I have some string, and if I make it to the lower amount, after that it will be more easy for the AI to reform the car. And if I set this amount to a higher value, it will try to keep the form of the Ferrari. Okay, and here there is also a problem, because if I go out with a very low amount of a string, maybe it cannot understand that what is the front of the car and what is the back side of the car. Okay, so in this case it thought it's a back side of the car and here is front. Okay, so I'm going to cancel the process and adjust a bit to another number. Okay, so at the first try I can see that the front of the car is in position, but during the processing I can see that the mirror okay the mirrors came back into the front of the car. Okay, great. This time it tried to open, and yes, this time I think it could be more similar to this form. And you can see it smartly, it can change the form of the sailing. Yes. Okay, it's ready, and I think it's amazing. Okay, so let me show you some more tests with some different type of cars, and also I think the result would be funny. Okay, here I have the Ferrari, and here I have the Infinity. Okay, this time I want to convert this Ferrari to Infinity. Okay, let's queue prompt, and after some seconds the preview is coming out. Okay, take a look. The bumper is going to be shaped, and you can see it is trying to use this form, and also the front grille Yes, the front grill also, and with the logo, with the infinity logo, is trying to mix and come to this Ferrari. But if you look to this line, okay, still we have this line here without any change. Yes, yes, we have this line, and also here we have this line. Uh, and about the fender, I think, yes, I think it's tried to keep the form of the fender based on this infinity, and also the mirror design. Yes, and also the mirror design, and the LED inside the mirror design is very similar to the infinity. Yeah, and one other thing that is very interesting for me is, if you look to the infinity photo, you can see a steel trim that goes around all the windows. Okay, and also here we can see that a steel trim. And if I play with the width and some other parameter, the design could be changed, and I will do that for you. And here is the upscaled image. I have to wait for the processing. Okay. Okay. It's great. And if I reduce the amount of the strange, for example, to something like that, after that you can see it is trying to take this form. You can easily, now you can see that it is trying to move the parts of the body. And make them something similar. I I think the AI thought it's a cabriolet car, but it was not. But by the way, it is trying to make it to a cabriolet, and I think the result will be interesting. Yes. Yes. It made this car something like cabriolet cars. Okay, let's cancel that and show you one more test. Okay, and this time it's very funny, I think, because these two cars are completely different in style, in height, in length, and in other parameters. And I want to try to convert this Hyundai to this Bugatti. Every time that I am starting the queue completely, I am focusing on the process. It's very important for you to figure out that how AI is trying to move the part and make the form. Here you can see it now, it's trying to change the mirrors. You can see it is trying to form the body, form the fender, moving the wheels, deforming the lighting area. And I think it's very smart because it can understand the different parts. And also it is going to make a hood on the, yes, on the roof. The processing is going to be finished, and also we have the lines on the door. For example, if you pay attention to the lights, you can see 1, 2, 3 points, and maybe I think They are coming from these lines. And pay attention to the motion blur of the rings. Here we have them. And also the environment. Yes, you can see we have the same environment in the photo. And it's very nice. So let's do another test. This time I want to adjust the strange to some higher value. So maybe it will try to keep the Hyundai form. Yes. It is trying to keep this form much more. And let's see what will happen. The hood design is changed. The angle of the hood is very similar to the main reference, but the design of the hood is changed, and also the design of the grille I think is going to be very similar to this Bugatti. And for this part, I think it is going to be crazy. Yes, because I think it was very complicated for the AI to keep this form and also keep this form. Okay. I want to show you another sample. Okay, for example, this time I have this BMW and this red Ferrari. Okay, and this time I want to convert the BMW to the Ferrari. And you know, it's very it's very hard because it's SUV, this is super sport car, and let's see how the AI can solve this challenge. Okay, at first the design of the grill was changed. Yes, you can see the lines and the angles. Here you can see the curves that are going to be very similar to the Ferrari. The lights, I think, yes, the lights are something between the BMW and the Ferrari, because under the lights of the Ferrari we can see a LED, and also here there is LED. The form of the fender is completely changed, and not so bad. Maybe car designers can use that, and after for a draft, yes, for a draft design, and after that extract some detail and add some additional concepts. Let me show you another test. Okay, I think this is better, yes. Because in this photo, the angle of this car, the angle of this photo is very bad. And also for the AI, I think it is very complicated to figure out that what are the details. Okay, but I'm trying to do this challenge, and let's see what will happen. In the Ferrari design, most of the angles are very, very smooth. But in another car, the design is different. Again, it is going to be a cabriolet car. Yes, I think the design of the bumper is more similar to the reference, and also the back side of the car. And every time that you try to regenerate the design, it will be something different, and also it is related to the amounts of the strange that you can define in the workflow. Okay, and let's do some other tests. This time I want to do another test. Let me open that. Okay, for example, here I have this building, and for the style I have this photo. Okay, and let's give the prompt, and let's see what will be happen, because also this is the first time that I want to mix these two images together. Okay, the form of the building is coming out. The plants. The colors, the materials, and here driving pad. It convert the driving pad to another thing, because maybe I think it is related to the building height, and the building height in these two references are completely different. But also I can change one of my processors to keep some more details, cancel the processing, and again queue a prompt. Let me check one other thing. Okay, I have segmentation information, and let's add some width on segmentation. Okay, with these parameters, now we have the balcony, we have the parking door, we have the entrance door, and now it is trying to add some changes on the facade and converting our building to a building design that is similar. Okay, and already they have changed it. Yes, it's ready. It's a combination between these two styles, and The white lines that are worked around are very similar to these details, and also these details, these small details are very similar, and it tried to keep that. Okay, let me cancel the processing, and let's change the design style. For example, with a building something like this. Okay, this is completely modern and this is completely luxury classic. And let's see how it can convert this building to another building. Again, for me, it's very important to focus on the process and see how the elements are going to be changed. Okay, this time it convert the parking pass to a stair, because in the reference we have some stairs in front of the building. It add some pillars. Yes, it keep the ceiling and add some details under the ceiling. Okay, it changed the style of the plants and bushes. Okay, it was a try to convert this building to this style. Let's adjust the width to lower amount, and again let's see what will be happen, because here I have some arc window and okay, I can see that the arcs are coming out. Still we have the handrails, we have the ceiling. Completely changed the entrance. It had all these stairs. But we have all of these arcs, and also the pillars are very more similar. It's very interesting for me to see the process. Take a look to these details. And here in high-res fix, it is going to add more detail, but it is not something that I want right now. Okay, let me try to change the building. Okay, this time I want to convert this building. Adjust the wheel and Q. We have this building and we want to convert this building to this style. Let's see, is it working or no? Keep this part, and the roof line is very similar. Also the railing, the fence is very similar. Plant, perspective, stairs. Yes. Yes, this time actually the form of this building is very similar to this form. The window positions are very similar, but it changed the design style. Okay. Let's do another test. This time I want the brick style. And let's see, is it possible to convert this building to this kind of brick style without using any prompt, any other thing? It's very fun because if you look to the reference at the first floor, all the windows at the top parts of the windows are round, and at the second floor they are a square. And here you can see that it's very similar, but the building form is very similar to our reference. Yes. I think it's very similar. And if I have this building and after that want to see what will be happen, and also I am sure if you try to clean and use similar perspectives and also similar dimensions, the result will be very, very better. For example, you can find on the Google a similar photo to this image with another material, and it will be very easier for the AI to conform the design style. This time let's try another style. And see how it can understand this design style. Oh, take a look. At the second floor, we have all the sidings. They are coming also into the first floor. We have the porch design. Yes, and also the size of the windows in second floor, or I think they are adjusting based on these small windows and grills. Yes. Okay, it's good. And let's try one other style. In this style, especially we have these wooden parts and also the material. And again, let's see that the AI is able to convert this design. Yes. At first, the posts material are changed completely to the wood part. Oh, take a look at this shading area. It's coming out from the facade only for making a similar form. And it's very interesting because this photo is completely from front view and there is not any perspective in this part. But the AI can imagine it that it is coming out from the facade. The wood material under the ceiling also is very similar. And take a look to the windows frame. I think it is working very, very well. And let's do some other test on furniture without any prompt. Uh, okay, I have this furniture and also I have this another furniture here. And do a test for combining the form. Mm. It's coming out. It was very funny because at first it start with this design. I think I have to increase the width because the scale is changed. Okay, let me cancel the process. Increase the width. For example, something like this. And again, Q prompt. Okay. This time, these elements are saved. There are some other elements in the photos. Yes, they are coming out, but I don't know what's the reason. No problem. Okay. It was try to keep that. Exactly. I think it's a nice combination because I have all of these parts, but no, I don't have because let me check. Okay, let me cancel that. Check my setting. Okay, they are fine and my segmentation. This time let me increase the width. Okay, because for example, I want to have this part separated, this and this, and maybe I have to increase the width. completely to keep the form, but for detailing, it is open to use. It's very interesting, very, very interesting. I am not sure why it decided to add one another part. Let's cancel that and also increase the width to a higher number. Is it good? It is not bad, but I need something better. Let me change my controller, reduce the width. Okay. Now I have these lines. You can see it is completely separated. What about the material and the detailing on the leather? I think it is trying to use the reference. It's very interesting. Still it is in processing. Okay. Processing is finished. Very good. And this time, let me change this style, this design to this style. I think it is impossible, but let's try to do that. Start the processing. Oh, it had the wooden details. Oh, it was not impossible. It was possible. Yes. They came out. Also the material. Okay, so this time let's decrease the width and Q. We have the sofa. Here it is going to add a window. Oh, it is adding some more elements also. Oh, one more armchair. Oh, take a look to these details. It's ready. Yes, it's very good. Uh, Let me change one adjustment. Okay, because the type of the input can also affect on the details. And increase the range. This time I think it's easier for the AI to reform that. Yes, because for example, in the last processing, this part was completely merged and combined together. But now they are separated like the reference. Yes, and I think the reason that it is trying to add this armchair is this element. I'm trying, and the reason for adding the carpet is that we have a carpet here, we have a window here, and also we have some another stuff in the background, and completely it is trying to understand the reference and conform the reference style reference to our model. Okay, I have some more tests for you and I will show you as soon as possible. See you.